This is a video on how to distill. Today we're going to be distilling a mixture of ethyl acetate and butyl acetate. Before you begin, you'll want to get all your glassware together. So you'll need a long neck round bottom flask, your distillation head or still head, a thermometer adapter, and a connector with a ring. So take your long neck round bottom flask, and whenever we're heating a liquid, we need a boiling stone. So put a boiling stone in it. You just need one, not three. Then you'll want to add your starting mixture. We are starting with a 33% ethyl acetate, 66% butyl acetate. You look on the auto pipette, it's set at 4, so just take your flask underneath the spout, press it, and that's our starting mixture. To assemble your setup, next comes the connector with a rod. It just kind of pops on. Then your still head, then your thermometer adapter. Next you put the thermometer in, and the placement of the thermometer is important or you'll get a erroneous value, erroneous temperature. Top of the bulb is even with the bottom of this side arm. Once that is in place, tighten it onto the clamp. Your professor will come around and check to make sure you got a boiling stone and it all looks good. Make sure it's all vertical. Once he or she says it's, I forgot something. We are going to add a copper mesh down the neck, and that is to increase the surface contact area and improve efficiency. So we're increasing the number of theoretical plates, so it has a place to condense and drip back down. When you put that in, ensure there's no copper over the sticking up or it'll leak and you'll get material in your sand bath. There. Once it's all checked, then you can get the okay to plug it in and turn the power to about 40. The light's going to come on and go off. That's fine. That's how it works. The light will not stay on. Then you'll drop it straight down. You can use a scoopula to arrange the sand. You'll take your first vial, set it aside. Watch what happens. You should see, with time, you'll start to see little bubbles. As you pay attention, you then will see that some of the vapor right here is condensing and draining back down. There's vapor here. See it slowly kind of creeping. That is a reflux ring. We're going to watch as that slowly creeps up the neck. Looks like it's a little fast. Easy way to adjust that is just pull that sand away. There's the ring. there's the ring going up, going up. You'll notice the temperature will not change until the reflux ring comes up and hits the thermometer. So there's a little bit of a waiting game. Vaporizing and condensing and vaporizing and condensing and vaporizing and condensing, and every cycle of that, it's increasing in content of the lower boiling point material. There's a drop forming right there, and you'll see there's the reflux ring right there, and we can look up, and the temperature is increasing. Now, what we'll do is write down the temperature of every drop. And there's the first drop. It's slowly creeping. And so this tile is just acting as an insulation tile, so the bottom of this doesn't get too hot. And it's coming, there it goes, and that was right at 72.5. So you mark it, 72.5. One of you can read out the temperatures, and the other can record. Here's the second drop. Looks right at 73.0. You'll want to monitor the temperature closely, and when the temperature increases substantially, you'll take out vessel 1 and put in vessel 2 and continue to monitor the temperature of every drop. You can pile the sand up if it slows down, and if it's going too fast, with your scupula you can pull the sand away. So you'll want to drop about every 15 or 20 seconds. Drop. When you're getting drops at a steady high temperature, then you'll switch from 2 to 3. You'll want to continue until you have at least 10 drops at a very steady temperature. Once you have at least 10, then we'll stop it. It's easier with 2 people. Don't have that spill. Loosen it on the ring stand, pull it straight up, and then tighten it. That'll stop once it's out of the sand. Now you have 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and unplug your sand bath. Give it just a few minutes to cool. Then we can take it apart. Your professor might do this because it's still a little warm. And you'll just set that aside. Don't put the hot thermometer down on the cold bench. And just set the long neck round bottom flask in a little beaker just so it doesn't tip over. And then she'll use a little fishing hook to fish it out. We'll analyze. This is the pot residue. There's still quite a bit left. Number 1 and number 3. You'll do that either using refractometers or GC. At the end, you should have something like this. You'll have your starting mixture. It was a 66 to 33. Oh, the starting volume was about 4 mils. The starting observation, it was a clear, colorless liquid. Starting time, end time, and all the drops and the temperature of each of those drops.